Have you ever thought about how Allah loves you? How many times have you gone through something and didn't understand why you were struggling, only to find out later that the outcome was much better than what you had hoped for? Among the many beautiful names of Allah, there is one which can be overlooked. That name is Al-Wadud. It translates to the affectionate or the most loving, but it holds a much deeper meaning than that. It goes beyond the basic idea of love, which is why Al-Wadud comes from the word Al-wud, which means the act of love through giving, and not Al-hub, which translates to just love. Al-Wadud emphasizes the active expression of love, rather than it just being an emotion. To break it down even further and put it into context, Allah is Al-Wadud because He shows us that He loves us through different aspects, such as blessings, trials, and protection, all of which are constant reminders of our Creator. This includes every single struggle you've endured, because they're only meant to bring us closer to Him. Allah loves those that return to Him and have faith in His plans. Your full trust and acceptance in Allah's plans will not only grant you a guided path, but also bring you 2 steps closer to strengthening your faith. Even when absolutely nothing makes sense sometimes, one thing is for sure: Allah is always on your side if you open your heart to Him. Think about how many times you've repented for the same sin, only to find His door of forgiveness and mercy still open for you. At your lowest and your highest, you're not alone. Allah is your constant. Indeed, those who have believed and done righteous deeds, the most merciful will appoint for them affection. Chapter number 19, ayat number 96. His love is unconditional. When we talk about unconditional love, we usually think of our parents. Despite how big their love is for us, even they will eventually give up if we continue engaging in the same mistakes over and over. Without discrediting them, it's important to note that they're still human and not perfect. No human can truly unconditionally keep their door open for you, but Allah can, and He continues to do so. That's why He's Al-Wadud. Abu Huraira reported, the Prophet said, when Allah loves a slave, calls out Jibril and says, I love so-and-so, so love him. Then Jibril loves him. After that, He, Jibril, announces to the inhabitants of heavens that Allah loves so-and-so, so love him. And the inhabitants of the heavens, the angels, also love Him and then make people on earth love Him. Al-Bukhari and Muslim. Imagine that. A person who loves for the sake of Allah is not only loved by Allah, but also by the inhabitants of the earth as well as the heavens. How to gain the love of Allah? Ibn can do to gain the love of Allah. 1. Recitation of the Quran with reflection and with understanding. 2. Performing voluntary deeds. 3. Remembering Allah in every situation with our hearts, actions, and deeds. 4. Preferring the love of Allah over our what we love. 5. Reflecting on Allah's names and attributes. 6. Witnessing His favors and blessings, both hidden and open. 7. To be humble and submissive before Allah. 8. To seclude oneself in worship. 9. Keeping company with those who are truthful in their love of Allah. 10. Staying away from all that comes between the heart and Allah. Thank Him for His affection. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say, O Allah, I ask You for Your love, and the love of whoever loves You, and the love of deeds that will bring me closer to Your love. Attach your heart to Allah. In this day and age, it is very easy to fall into the traps of the dunya. If a heart becomes attached to anything other than Allah Ta'ala, Allah Ta'ala makes him dependent on what he is attached to, and he will be betrayed by it. Ibn Qayyim al-Jawziyah